Hey guys, Elena Garrett with Keller Williams, and I'm a realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas, and I'm here to tell you just a little bit more about Divvy's rent-to-own process. A lot of people ask me how long did it take to secure a home with Divvy. A lot of the process depends really on you because just like with any application, the Divvy program is there for you to use whenever you can or whenever you want to, but how quickly or not quickly you move through the process is up to you. So let's just say if you had to be in a hurry, let's just say that your rent is coming up within at the end of the month and at the beginning of the month. Can you secure a home with Divvy Homes? Absolutely, if you move quickly enough. Okay, so what are the time frames? Okay, we go to the portal and we submit an application. Usually you will receive a preliminary results of whether or not you're qualified to proceed further with the application within about 10 seconds after you submit it. It will either say, congratulations, you're getting close to pre-approval, and then ask you for more documents, or it will say, sorry, can't proceed any further. Okay, let's just say that they told you that you can move on. This way, they open a portal for you, and that portal allows you to upload your W-2s if you have them, proof of income, proof of employment, any kind of documentation that they require of you. Again, we already reviewed that they only need 3 months worth of documentation of employment. They need $600 in a bank account, and that's about it. No evictions, no bankruptcy in the past 12 months. So there is not a ton of documentation to upload. Okay, let's just say that you spend 2 days uploading those documents. That means that from the time that you started, 2 days is what took you to upload all the documents. Once you upload all the documents, usually Divvy issues some kind of a judgment on that within 48 hours. So we had 2 days for you to submit all the documents, 2 days for Divvy to review it. That's 4 days from the time that you started. And let's just say that after 2 days worth of reviewing of your documents, they say you're fully approved and you can move forward to the next step and start going shopping. So that's it. After 4 days, you have that information in your hand. They'll say you're approved for $357 or $257, whatever is your maximum amount. At that point, everything falls back again on you. How quickly can you go through homes and identify home that you like? Because some people are super picky and say, oh, I want high ceilings and I want a big fireplace and I want it to have a big winding staircase and a huge backyard, needs to face east or west, or needs to have sweet trees in front of it. So just depending on how picky you are and how many homes that fit your criteria are available at that time, you can either go and put a house under a contract in one evening, or you can spend the next 10 years, looking for the perfect home. Divvy gave you the pre-qualification to go and buy a home, but it's up to you how quickly you find a home that you agree to purchase through Divvy. Okay, so when people ask me how long did it take to get into the house with Divvy, I usually say, well, how picky are you about homes? Because, for example, we had one lady who went to see homes with Divvy's pre-qualification. She was able to see 2 homes in one evening. She chose one home to put under contract, and she went under contract the next day. So her entire shopping process was 2 homes, one evening, and she was under contract the next day. Other people, we have been seeing homes for about, let's just say 6 weekends now. And for the last 6 weekends, every home that they found, either that one is sold or this one is, next to wrong school or something. So there's always some reason why this home won't work and that home won't work. So 6 weekends later, we're still no closer to finding a home that they want to take under contract. So Divvy is still, they are patiently waiting for them to choose, make a choice. But until they make a choice, Divvy cannot process their choice, right? So let's just say that Divvy, let's just say like you're the first lady, right? You went out, you saw 2 homes, and one of them goes under contract. How quickly can it go under contract? Well, let's just say that usually when you submit an offer, usually seller waits a couple of days to acquire multiple offers, and then they choose the offer that they want. So from the time you submit an offer to the time that you know the results of your offer, whether or not your offer was accepted, could be anywhere between two hours and 5 days, depending how quickly the seller considers and signs the offer. Let's just say that the seller signed the offer the next day. So your shopping process was day one, you went to see the homes. On the same day, Divvy wrote an offer. Day two, the seller accepted the offer, and now you're under contract. Once you're under contract, it takes about 14 days, 2 weeks to close. Divvy is very quick with closing. All they need to do is title paperwork to be processed, and after that, they're ready to close. So in an ideal scenario where nothing goes wrong and you're not picky about your home and you can submit the documents quickly, you need about 4 days, between 3 to 4 days to get to the point where Divvy issues you a budget. Then you need maybe a couple of days to shop, then maybe a couple of more days to go under a contract. So that's 4 plus 4, 8 days, about a week. And then Divvy takes about 2 weeks to close. So it's about 3-week process overall from the beginning to end, assuming that number one, you quickly selected a home. Number two, the seller accepted the offer that Divvy wrote. Number three, during the negotiation process, when the after the inspection's been performed, there is nothing in the home that makes Divvy reconsider the home, like they discover a broken foundation or they discover that the roof is leaking or something like that. In that case, negotiations can break down and you might have to start from the beginning. But assuming that negotiations are able to survive the inspections phase, then it's about 8 days plus 2 weeks. So a total of 3 weeks. 4 weeks should be sufficient for you to be in your new home with Divvy. That's about it for now. If you have any questions, now there is a million ways that anything can take much longer than what I just estimated, but most of it falls on you. Only a little bit of it falls on the seller. Like if they find something wrong with the home and the seller will not repair it, negotiations break down. Now you cannot help that. Except for negotiations of repairs, everything else is in your hand as far as the timeline. That's it for now. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I am fairly, if you contact me, call me or email me and ask me what do you think about my situation, I can tell you how quickly you can expect to be able to move in with Divvy. Now, if you tell me that you need today's Monday and you need to move into a new home by Friday, Divvy is not going to be able to do it for you. Divvy doesn't have the ability to magically grab a house that's sitting open in the market and put a tenant into it. Divvy needs to go through the proper process of pre-screening you, going under contract, negotiating repairs, and then closing. So 3-4 weeks is the norm. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video.